I apologize. Two simple phrases that, when used appropriately, may be powerful tools. Nonetheless, overuse can have unintended negative effects. The tendency for many of us to apologize excessively weakens our arguments, lowers our self-esteem, and diminishes the value of sincere, significant, and well-intended apologies. Apologies are frequently thrown about carelessly. Typically, the Sigma isn't hesitant to apologize and accept mistakes in order to maintain social harmony and keep the peace. He uses apologies rarely and very carefully, only for true faults. We'll look at 10 things that the Sigma male won't ever ask for forgiveness in this video. Number 1. Either being overly or insufficiently expressive. Men have historically had a difficult time expressing their emotions. Because of the social conditioning we have, they might therefore have limited emotional capacity and have a hard time expressing themselves. Men can also be expressive when they want to be, albeit not all of them do. You have a Sma who is not emotionally constrained, but he also doesn't wear his heart on his sleeve or allow his emotions to rule his behavior. However, he also has no problem expressing his thoughts and feelings in an empathic manner when the occasion demands it. He chooses to communicate his thoughts and feelings over something about which the Sigma will never feel regret. Number 2. His life's mission. A Sigma lives by his own personal philosophy of life and code of ethics. He might possess, whether consciously or unconsciously, a set of fundamental values and beliefs that are different from those of others. It feels unobligated to make concessions in certain areas. Due to his reluctance to conform to the socio-sexual order, the Sigma is an impenetrable fortress no matter how hard people attempt to guilt or pressure him, making it nearly impossible to fit in terms of defending his way of life. Anyone who can skillfully influence him and his Sigma beliefs will succeed. He doesn't want those types of individuals around him in the first place if his morals and beliefs offend anyone. He therefore does not see a need to apologize. Number 3. A relationship being over. You are not entitled to have someone in your life. In both professional and personal relationships, the Sigma man is a devoted friend, associate, and partner, until that relationship is no longer beneficial to him or has a detrimental impact on him. Then he won't think twice about breaking things off. The musician understands that time is our most valuable resource and that life is too short to waste it on unfulfilling relationships. He won't apologize for ending a relationship once he has decided it is no longer healthy or beneficial for him. One should only apologize if they have done anything wrong. Even though it might be uncommon, if the Sigma thinks he made a mistake, he will admit it and apologize, but ultimately, he ended a relationship to avoid being prevented from realizing his maximum potential. And there's no need to apologize for that. Number 4. A refusal. Believe it or not, no is a valid response and a complete sentence. It can be challenging to refuse something to someone. It also has its roots in the desire to steer clear of conflict or confrontation and, as a result, lessen the sting of rejection. However, this is more likely to work against them than in their favor, as the Sigma saying, no, isn't normally a big problem, as many people have a tendency to say. And while he may occasionally feel uncomfortable doing so, he allows himself to feel uncomfortable because he is not required to do so and is not willing to spend his life trying to fit in with other people. If he finds himself feeling too pressured to do something he doesn't want to, and he will express his feelings and, if necessary, find a workaround, but he won't apologize. It's not justified because he hasn't done anything wrong. Number 5. His flaws and peculiarities. So what if he's into weird music or a hobby? The Sigma wholeheartedly embraces the things that make him who he is, and won't apologize for being genuine. Our quirks, defects, and imperfections are what make us unique and human, part of our self-identity. He's not afraid of people not appreciating, or valuing him. If he doesn't fit in, if he isn't enjoying life on his own terms, then he regards it as a waste. He won't turn off his genuine nature and let himself be programmed by society and other people. He won't ever apologize for that, of course. Number 6. Prioritizing oneself. We're all busy, life is busy, the stigma is busy, and the stigma is possibly the busiest of them all. He constantly has something going on, whether it's actions he's taking to progress his job or better himself in order to make his mark on the world. If he can't go somewhere, do something, or help out because he has things to do or needs time to himself, that's just the way it is. Taking care of his own needs is more important than anything else, even if that means taking a day off and ignoring the rest of the world. He has priorities, and they don't involve the needs and desires of others. He lets them understand on their own that he can't be in two places at once and that he's going to do things on his own terms anyhow, and he won't apologize to people who don't want him to do that. Number 7. Being forthright. This is renowned for his brutal honesty and directness. He dislikes to beat around the bush and calls things out for what they are, despite common misconceptions to the contrary. The Sigma is just direct, and this is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean he's being impolite, harsh, or rude. But if the Sigma wants to stick up for himself, someone else, or needs to clear the air, being direct to the point where it borders on linguistic bluntness may be necessary. Of course he won't apologize for being so direct, that wouldn't be being direct. Number 8. Being truthful. In keeping with his tendency to be direct, he will never apologize for being honest, but it doesn't mean he won't be brutally honest about little things that are inconsequential and might offend someone he loves about. We are all entitled to speak the truth and it's never wrong, even if it can be a difficult thing to do. It will never follow telling the truth with an apology. A little white lie here and there to protect someone's feelings is fine. But when it comes to the bigger truths, the Stigma will never apologize for speaking his mind and being honest. Number 9. Mistake. Everyone makes errors, and while if the Sigma frequently succeeds at anything he sets his mind to, it doesn't mean he doesn't fail on occasion. In fact, one of the reasons he is so successful is that he has failed on numerous occasions, but he doesn't view failure as a negative thing. Why should he apologize for that? He's brave enough to take risks and never give up, no matter the struggle, and if other people are somehow offended or jealous by their inability to do the same, then that's on them. He sees it as a calculated risk that did not pan out, but, more importantly, it provided him with something from which to learn and try again, ultimately leading to success. Number 10. A Sigma male will never retract his views. The Sigma won't go out of his way to argue or be confrontational with people who don't share the same opinion, but he also won't ever change his opinion just to please others. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but we can be made to feel guilty for having a different perspective than those around us. While the self-conscious Sigma will almost always be ready to convey his views and feelings, he is well aware of the occasions where it's best to keep it to himself. Check out our video on things that Sigmas keep to themselves to find out about things that the Sigma male will rarely disclose.
Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And do share with your friends so we may continue to create them. To see more videos like this, subscribe and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. Additionally, make sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching.